So, if you'd like to bring yourself into child's pose, to start, we're going to sit back on the heels, rest your forehead on your hands, so just come into child's pose. And we're going to focus today on the ajna chakra, so the third eye, which is linked to our insights and our intuition. So just sitting back, resting your head. And you might feel the broadening across your back. On the exhale, you let your hips sink back towards your heels. And you could just rock your head a little bit from side to side. You might want to just rest your forehead on the ground and then just rock across your forehead. Go from one side to the other. You'd be rocking from one hip to the other. And then could you just slide your hands around to your left and look under your left armpit. Just slide your hands over to the right and look under your right armpit. And just come back to center and let yourself settle again into your child's pose. You might have your hands just on the mat, reaching up towards the top of the mat. Bring yourself up to an all fours position. You have the hands under your shoulders. And then we'll just let the hips just sway from side to side. You might close the eyes for a minute and just bring the awareness into your third eye, so the little space between the eyebrows. The color is indigo. As you stop, you can just take your eyes towards the ceiling, coming into cat-cow. So relaxing your shoulders, gazing up. And then you exhale, you tuck the pelvis under and you bring your chin towards your chest. So as you inhale, you uncurl, gazing up. Exhale as you round. Inhale, uncurling. Lift the gaze. Exhale, round. And again, inhale, you lift. Exhale as you round. Come back to a neutral position and take your hips around, your hips and your shoulders around to the left. And then take the hips and shoulders round to your right. Back to center, cross the ankles, hop over your heels and sit on your bottom. Onto our neutral spine, hands above your knees. And could you, again with the eyes closed, just let the body sway or swing in some loose circles. Go the other way. And just come back to center, relax the shoulders, take your ear to your left. And drop the ear to your right. Lift the head, drop your chin towards your chest. Lift the head, look to your left, turn the head to your left, and turn the head to your right. And back to center, and again, drop your chin. Put your ear back to the left, and can you draw a semicircle in the air with your nose? So you just take the head over to your right, and you come down and over to your left. Again, you could just close the eyes, relax the eyes, let the eyeballs just drop back into their sockets as you just move the head. In your own rhythm, your own pace, just allow the head to move. The next time the chin comes back to the center, just hold it there for a second. So just relaxing the chin, letting the shoulders drop. And then you could lift the head. You could take the hand behind your head, maybe the fingers touching, and then lift your chin. And then bring the elbows towards each other as you drop your chin. So you lift, elbows come out, chest will lift. And then you take the elbows towards each other, drop your chin. Again, arms come out, chest will lift. Exhale, elbows towards each other, tuck the chin. So you could come up, you could slide the fingertips to the middle of your forehead. And could you just bring your fingers out towards your temples? So fingers to the forehead, and then they just come out to the sides. And again to the forehead, and they come out to the sides. Relax the hands on your knees, open the eyes, and without moving your head, can you take the gaze towards the ceiling? And then lower to the floor. So you lift the gaze up. You take it down. Lift the gaze. Take it down. Take the gaze back to the middle, and without moving the head, take your eyes to the left. And then over to the right. To the left. To the right. Left. And right. And then take the gaze to the top right. And then bottom left. Top right. Bottom left. Top right. Bottom left. Back to the middle, top left, top right rather, and bottom left. Top right. Bottom left. Top right. Bottom left. So just blink the eyes a couple of times. And then the last thing, if there were a clock face in front of you, take the eyes around the edge of the clock face in a clockwise direction. So notice which bits of your clock face are a bit rough around the edges, a little bit frazzled. And then could you just smooth the edges off? So you've got this smooth, continuous line around your clock face. And then you could go the other direction. You might notice one direction's a little bit smoother than the other. You come back to center, rub your hands together, generate a little bit of heat. And if you just rest your head in your hand, some of you might want to take the elbows to the floor, and others of you just might want to stay a bit higher, but you could just rest your head in your hand wherever your elbows want to rest or not. And then you could release the hands, bring yourself up to a neutral position. Take your left arm up. Reach over to your right, looking up at your left arm. And then you come up and over to the other side. So you're reaching up and over. And so the left arm comes up, you gaze up at the palm, you bend your right elbow a little, and again, up and over. Two more, up and over. And up and over. And we could turn this into a twist. You could just take your right hand onto your left knee, your left hand behind you, draw up through center and look to your left. Then could you turn the head to your right? Untwist yourself, go the other way. So you've got your right hand on your left hand on your right knee, the right hand behind you, you lift and you turn to your right. And turn the head to your left. Untwist back to center. You might want to change the leg position for a moment. So let's just take the arms out to the sides. Reach through the fingers. Actually turn the palms to face up. Oh, and then just take the hands to your chest for a moment. So rest the hands on your body. And as the arms start to come out, notice the thumbs. So you'll find a point where you lose your thumbs. So the arms will come out. You lose the thumbs in the peripheral vision. And then you come back to the body again. You could just tuck your chin. So the arms could come out. You could follow your thumbs in your vision. And then they'll disappear. And you can come back to your body. Again, so the arms come out. Maybe just gazing up, relax the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Come forwards again, just tuck the chin, rest the hands on your heart. We could take the hands to Anjali Mudra. So the sound for the third eye is Om. So let's Om. Inhaling. Om. The arms out to the side. Cross your left arm over the right. So holding onto your body, let the shoulders relax for a moment. Close the eyes. And then come into eagle arms. So let the palms or the backs of the hands come together. Lift the elbows up. Maybe you could take your thumb or somewhere on your hand towards your third eye. So you're lifting the elbows. You've got a part of your hand resting on your take the elbows down towards your body. So coming up, keeping your arms in a knot, could you close your right nostril with a thumb? So just find a thumb, close your right nostril and inhale through your left nostril. Close the left nostril and exhale through your right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. So undo your arms. And we'll take a regular alternate nostril breath, but we'll focus on taking the gaze between the eyebrows. So you close your right nostril again. You could fold your index finger and middle finger down. Inhale through the left and take the gaze to the space between the eyebrows. Close the left nostril. Exhale through your right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. Get the arms out again. Wrap the right arm over the left. So come round to your eagle arms, relax your shoulders. So just giving yourself a hug to start, sorry. So holding onto the body. And you could just close the eyes. Notice the breath. And you let go of the body again, eagle arms. So you're taking the elbows up. Oh, good camera angle, Stephanie. I can't normally see all of you lifting. Maybe you could drop a thumb or something onto your third eye. So a knuckle or a thumb. And then you exhale, you bring your elbows down towards your body. So when you come up again, you could find a thumb, close your right nostril, and inhale through your left. Find a way of closing your left nostril and exhale through your right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. So unwrap the arms. One last time. So you close the right nostril, fold the index finger down, draw the breath up through your left nostril, so the space between your eyebrows. Close the left nostril, exhale through your right. Inhale right, gazing up. Close the right and exhale left. Release the hand, take a breath. Sigh the breath out. And let's come to all fours. So you've got the hands under your shoulders, tabletop. So once you found your tabletop, could you slide your hands forwards and rest your forehead on the ground? And then come all the way forward onto your tummy, modified Sphinx pose. You could interlace your fingers. You've got your fingers are interlaced. You've got your elbows under your shoulders. So take your time. That's it. And push down through the edges of the hands. Squeeze the forearms towards each other. Draw your shoulders away from the ears and lift your gaze. And then just relax the head. So you squeeze the forearms together, you lift the gaze. And release one more time. So you lift, squeeze. And then just release. So if you were to turn your toes under, the option is to lift up into forearm plank, if you would like. Or stay in your Sphinx. And when everyone, you could just bring your knees to the floor. So find a place so that your hips are above your knees. I'll take my socks off. You've still got your arms in this tripod type shape. And so what we could do here, a couple of options. First thing to do is just to turn your toes under a little bit and just lift your knees a couple of inches off the ground. And then drop the knees. So you could stay with that, or you could lift the hips all the way up towards the ceiling and come into dolphin pose. So your hips will be coming up towards the ceiling, or you just stay on your all fours position with your knees on the ground. Drop your knees. The other thing you could do, again, very optional, is to rest the top of your forehead, the hairline, just behind your hands. So you've got your hips above your knees, you've got the hairline on the floor, on the mat, just between your hands. You're pushing down through the edges of the arms. And again, if you would like to, you could lift your hips. So this is the start of headstand. So you're squeezing your forearm. There's very little weight on your head. Almost imperceptible weight. So very light. You're just lifting the hips. And then you could drop your knees. And let's bring the toes together and come to child's pose. You sit back towards the heels, you take the forehead to the mat, and we'll hold it there. And then push into the hands, lift yourself up. Come to a kneeling position. Lifting up. Let's take the hands to the back of the body. First stage of camel. Ease the hips back, lift the gaze. You can close the eyes and just fix your gaze on that, your inner gaze on the point between your eyebrows. Sit back towards the heels. The hands will come forward. And you roll yourself forward and you come into cobra. So you're lowering onto your tummy, coming all the way down, elbows are in, take your time, lift your gaze, shoulders down, squeeze the elbows towards your side, push down to the tops of your feet. Feel the breath. Push into the hands, come up to all fours, turn your toes under, downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Hold it there for a second. So come back to your all fours position. And then we could take our left arm and our right leg. And then you could bend elbow to knee, squeeze. So you extend left arm, right leg. And you squeeze. Again, extend, push out through the heel. And again, squeeze. Take the left hand down. Can you pop your right foot forward? So come into a half lunge position. You've got the right knee above the ankle. You're dropping down, take your time, dropping down through the left thigh. And then you can take the arms up. And you sit back towards the heels. You could take the hands onto your knee and maybe the fingers to the floor and lower down towards your right leg. So as the foot comes forwards and the hands come to the floor, lift your left leg and you can rock forwards and back a couple of times. Slide your right leg back, rock your knee. You could walk yourself back, you could come to your camel pose again, take the hands to the back of the body, ease your hips forwards, gazing up. And close the eyes, relax the eyes for a minute. And you sit back towards the heels again, the hands can come forwards. And you roll the body through again onto your cobra, lowering down. And when you get there, could you take the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, bring the hands towards your feet and lift the chest. Hands come onto the shoulders, push into the hands, and you can lift up, downward facing dog. If you like, you could pedal one heel and then the other. And then you drop your knees again. So let's take our right arm and our left leg. And then bend the elbow, bend the knee and squeeze. Again, to extend. And you squeeze. And again, extend. And squeeze. So as the right hand comes down, could you slide your left foot forward, however you like to get there comfortably. So you've got the left knee above the ankle. You're taking the arms up. Relax the shoulders, pull up through the pelvic floor, tummy back into spine, push down through the top of your right foot. Spread the sole of the left. As you come forward, you might just rest the hand on your leg, or you might have the fingers on the floor as you lean towards your left leg. So again, come forwards again. You could bring the hands to the floor, lift your back leg, perhaps just rock forwards and back a couple of times. Slide your left leg back, rock your knees, come to plank, come to all fours. So again, you could just Sit back towards the heels for a second. Coming up to your camel pose, the hands on the back of the body, lifting up. Exhale, sit down towards the heels, slide the hands forward. Roll through into your cobra. So coming down towards the floor, elbows in, chest is lifted. And then could you come straight back into downward facing dog? Turn the toes under, lift the hips. Could you take your right leg up in the air, bend your right knee and take your right foot between your hands. And then lift yourself up to a high lunge position. So you've got your left leg straight and your right knee is bent. So you're pushing out through the back heel. Your front knee is above the ankle. The arms are just coming out to the sides. And then could you turn to your right, looking at your right thumb. And how would it be if you turn to your left? Come back to the middle, release the hands. Pop the foot forward. Just come to your mountain pose. Just remember to relax the shoulders. Take the arms up. Hip relax. Drop the heels forward. Take the hands to shins. Lengthen the spine halfway length. Take the hands to the floor. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Coming into plank. But while we're here, you could take your right hand under your face and you could come with your forearm and come into a plank, side plank. So you could have the right hand, you could take that arm up, you could look up towards your top hand. If you'd like, or do this on the forearm, and then you could just switch and you could do the other side. So left hand under the face on the edge of the left foot, or on the forearm, you could take the right one, looking up at your right foot. Flip yourself back to center, drop the knees. Let's just come to child's pose for a second. So sit back towards the heels, rest the head. Last time, coming up again to your camel pose. So you could take the hands a little bit further down the back if you like, down the legs if you like to, maybe onto the thighs, maybe even onto the heels. So whichever works for you. Hips come forwards, gazing up. And then you sit back towards the heels, the hands will come forward. You roll yourself through, come down onto your tummy momentarily, just coming into cobra. Push into the hands, come all the way up. Turn your toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Just relax the head, you could shake it side to side. And then as the left leg comes up in the air, bend your left knee, hop it forward, and then lift yourself up. So come to a high lunge position. So you've got your right leg straight, your left knee is bent. Back heel, that's it, take your time. And then the arms will come out. And you could twist to your left. And then twist to the right. Back to center, release the hands, and forward. Lift you. Exhale, forward and forwards. Take the hands to shins, lengthen the spine halfway lift. Take the hands to the floor, step back into a plank. So you could drop your knees, cross your ankles on your plank, and then could you lower yourself down onto the floor? Release your legs. Come up into cobra. And then push. Come all the way up for our last downward facing dog. Lift the hips. And then could you step forward into a squat? So the left foot, the right foot coming into a little squat. So however high or low this might want to be for you. So you've got your arms pushing against the knees. You might have your fingers just resting against your third eye for a moment. You could take your hands forwards and then maybe you could take one foot to the other foot off the ground. Come into a balance. I know some of you are particularly fond of this, so you don't have a dodgy wrist, you're taking the feet off the ground. Or not. Yes. And then you just stop and you take the feet back to the floor. You can hop the feet back together, give the hands a little shake. And then pushing into the feet as you roll yourself. Try that at home with cushions. Take the arms out, lift your chest. And you come back. Center. So let's just make cross pose. So we're touching hand or elbow to the opposite knee. You spin yourself around. Spin in the other direction. Might even touch your opposite heel. Or not. You could spin around if you wanted to. And then just stop. Back to your neutral position. Take a breath. And then we can take our right arm and our left knee. And you release the foot, you bend the knee. And you swap sides, lifting up. You release and you bend, lifting up. Again, foot comes down, bend the knees. Left arm, right leg. And again, two more. So you bend and you lift. And you bend and you lift. So as you release the foot, could you interlace the fingers apart from your index fingers? So your index fingers are pointing. So it's called tracing a line. So you're visualizing a little light shining out of your index fingers, any color you like. And as you see this light traveling along the floor and along the wall and along the ceiling, you might come into a little back bend. And then you exhale as you start to bend the knees and the line traces along the ceiling, along the wall, along the floor, and it just rests between your feet. So again, you push into the feet, you lift up. Tracing this little line of light along the ceiling. Exhale and come down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, you lift. Exhale, last time, coming down. You let go of the hands for a moment, relax the head, the shoulders. And as you bring the hands up the front of your body, palms facing upwards, when you get to the face, you turn the hands away from you, press the fingers, you can take a little side bend over to your left. And side bend over to the right. Come back to center, release the hands. Hit the arms out. Wrap the left over the right again to come round to your shoulders for a second. Hold it back. Come into eagle pose. Lifting the elbows, you might bend the knee. You could take your left over right. You might wrap the foot around the leg. Keep the hips facing forward. Keep the elbows off your chest. Just focus on a little point that's not moving. Try and keep the body quite upright so you're not leaning too far forward. Keep the arms in a bit of a knot, if you could. Take your forearms towards the ground as you straighten your right leg and you take your left leg back. And then as you bend your front knee and drop your back foot, the arms to the left. Right, release the hands, take the hands towards the ceiling. Perhaps take the hands together, and you might take them behind your head, maybe even separating the hands, so you're cupping the back of your head and you can lift at the elbows out. And then to release the hands, we'll take this asymmetrical stretch with your left arm coming forwards and your right arm coming back. So you're reaching through the fingers evenly. You're looking up at your left thumb. So you've got bent right knee and straight left leg. And then we can take an alternate nostril breath. So visualizing, breathing in through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. Release the hand, take the hands behind you, interlace your fingers, draw the shoulders down, squeeze your shoulder blades, come back, Lisa, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then you can come forwards towards your right thigh as the hands come away from your back. Then you push into the feet, you let go of the hands, and you hop your foot forward. So rest the hands on your waist for a moment. You could swivel your hip. Go the other way. And just stop. And just rest the hands, close the eyes for a moment, take a breath. Take the arms out. Wrap the right over the left. Give yourself a little hug, let your shoulders drop. Back to your eagle arms. The elbows up, so you could bend the knees, you might step your right over the left. Keep bending, you might wrap the foot around the leg. So whichever option you're in, try and keep the hips facing forwards. They'll try and swerve off to the side. So enough of that, you can uncross your legs, take your right leg back. Keep the arms, if you could, in this funny shape and let your forearms come towards the floor as you lift your back leg. Then as your front knee bends and your back leg drops, you could take the arms up. A variation on warrior one. Release the hands, take them up. As the hands could come together, you might take them behind your head for a moment. Maybe separate the hands so the elbows could come back and you could lift your chest. Release the hands. We can take our right arm up and our left arm back, looking up at your right thumb. Again, visualize breathing in through the left and out through the right. In through the right, out through the left. And then lower the hands, take it behind you, interlace your fingers, draw the shoulders away from the ears, tummy button to spine. Could you lean towards your left leg? Lift yourself up. Release the hands, up, your foot forward. So come back to mountain pose for a second, and then just sway and let your eyes just kind of move slowly from one side to the other. So you just let the gaze just move. And you could tap under the arms, taps above the shoulders. Go back to the armpits, to the waist. And then stop. Mountain pose. Take the weight into your right foot. Come into tree pose. Hands resting in angelic mudra. You could take the hands up, passing through the third eye. They might come all the way up. If you're steady, you could look up. Oh. And the knee could come forwards, the hands could come down, the left leg comes back, the arms come out, and you open into warrior two. So your right knee is bent, your back leg is straight, you flip your right hand over, you take the arm up and overhead. So you're coming into reverse warrior, looking up at your front, your top hand. And then go the other way. You might straighten the right arm, maybe lean a bit further to the right, reach over the left side ankle pose. Vertical, you can turn the feet to face sideways, maybe bend the knees out to the side, come up into goddess pose for a second, bringing the elbows back, squeeze the forearms together as you drop your knees, take the hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart, and then separate the hands coming up into Lotus Mudra, gazing up. Backs of the hands come together, lower the hands down, twizzle around on the feet so the front knee is bent, and then pop. Back to mountain pose, other side, weighted in the left foot, right foot to leg, Anjali Mudra. Take the hands up. And if you're steady, you could lift the gaze towards the hands. Really tricky. Oops, the hands come down, the right foot steps back, the arms open out, so you're looking to your left. You've got your left knee above the ankle, you're reaching through your fingers, your top palm is facing the ceiling, the right hand comes down your leg and you reach overhead. And then you go the other way, so forearm to thigh, reach the arm, you might straighten your left arm, lean a little bit further to your left, reach the right arm in. So front knee is bent. You come up to vertical, turn the feet to face sideways, and then just move. So you can close the eyes and you can let the body move, swing the arms. Let the body. Back. Stopping and spinning yourself around to face the front. Pop. You're back. Back to your hand. Lifting up. Lift your heels. Exhale, drop the heels, fold into them. Hands to shins, straighten the legs, halfway lift. Take the hands to the floor, slide your legs back into a plank. Drop your knees, cross the ankles, hop over your heels, come onto your back just for a couple of minutes. So lying on your back for a second. Pop your socks, get all your things, you don't have to get up again. So have your blankets and bits and bobs to hand. So coming onto your back, you just have your arms out to the sides, your knees could be bent. And then just let your knees drop over to your right as you look to your left. You let the knees go over to the left as you look to your right. And so the knees go right as you look to the left. Knees go left as you look to your right. Knees go right. Last one, knees go left and you look to your right. the center. You could take the legs up in the air. Bend your knees and just hug your knees towards you, but you might lift your head towards your knees. So again, the legs could come up in the air, the arms can come out to your sides. And then bend the knees, and again, just squeeze the knees towards you, lift your heads towards your knees. So if you do that again, the other thing, some of you might want to come up into shoulder stand, if you're familiar with that. So if you're in shoulder stand, just please don't turn your head. Otherwise, you just lift your legs up in the air. But if you want to try shoulder stand, you've got your feet above your hips above your shoulders pretty much. You just hold it there, but just keep the head looking straight up at your feet. And wherever you are, if you're in shoulder stand, you could just release the hands. You could take the hand to the floor. And if your legs are straight, everyone just use the hands as brakes. Could you just lower your legs down towards the floor? Here. And we just, again, just a little, hug your knees towards your chest. And you could just rock a little bit from side to side. So just release any tension in the back. Maybe take the legs in the air, the arms in the air, have a little shake. And then rest. So I've got some amethyst, so I'm going to place on your forehead if you're here. If you're not here, then sorry. Rest amethyst on your third eye. So then perfectly crystals, and I'll come around with blanket as well so you're comfortable. So find yourself in your comfortable place. Energy in the ajna chakra, so this is the center. Insight, intuition. If you're at home, just make yourself as warm as comfortable as you can be. So I'm able to put that on. I just love to know what I'm seeing here. I should be with you. tensions, for instance. Consider how that intention would feel in your body. How would it feel if you were joyful or calm, peaceful, whatever your intention might be? The essence of that intention is sink down into your body. Down into your torso, legs, and arms, and the whole body. Still, the essence of your intention. You let your body begin to rest. The whole body. Using the breath to let you sink a little deeper into a state of relaxation. With every exhale, feel your body let go. Sinking a little heavier, a little deeper onto your mat. And your whole body can rest. Notice your body resting, your physical body. Can you notice your feet? Relax your feet and toes and ankles. Feel might notice the relaxation flowing up through your legs. Relax your legs. Release any tightness or tension in the hips and your pelvis. And feel the spaciousness in your body as you breathe, the expansion across your back. And softening across the abdomen and across your chest. And your shoulders relaxing. Just feel the shoulders release away from your ears. And relaxation flowing down through your arms, through your wrists, into the palms of your hands. Soften the palms of your hands, your fingers. And you relax your throat. And release any tension in the jaw as you relax your mouth, the tongue, and your lips and your cheeks. And you relax your temples. Soften all the little muscles around your eyes. Let the eyeballs just drop back into their sockets. You soften the little space between your eyebrows, maybe bring to mind the color indigo. Feel the smoothness of the skin across your forehead. Relax your head. Let your whole body rest. Any remaining tension just draining down like a wave down through the head and the shoulders and arms and torso and legs, and away through the feet into the ground. Resting. Drag us back to your body. Let your breath begin to deepen. And as your breath starts to deepen, can you bring some movement into your body, into your fingers and toes, shoulders? Just bring your knees up towards your chest and you could rock a little bit, or you roll them to your side. Ready, just use your hands to bring yourself up to a seated position. Maybe crystals flying everywhere, but anyway, you could rest your thumbs on your third eye. Let's take an Om. Inhaling. Om. Your hands, your heart. May you feel happy, may you feel joyful, may you feel loved, may you feel nurtured, and may you feel very peaceful. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you on Zoom. Little dog, my friend. Oh, we saw little dog. I just sort of